tomorrow morning, your alarm is going to go off.
As it always does, yeah.
Right. And whether it beeps or it plays that, that default marimba ringtone, you are going to drag yourself out from under the covers.
Truly universal human experience.
It really is. But I want you to pause and actually think about the why of that specific moment. Like,
Yeah.
what actually gets you out of bed every single day?
That is the big question.
Yeah, I mean, are you chasing some grand higher purpose? Or, if we are being brutally honest with ourselves, are you just running on a biological treadmill because you literally have no other choice?
Well, that tension, between seeking profound meaning and just the blunt reality of mere survival, that's kind of the ultimate existential baseline. I mean, everyone feels it, even if they don't articulate it out loud. We wake up wanting to change the world, and by noon, we're just trying to figure out what to eat for lunch.
Exactly. And that biological treadmill is exactly what we are dissecting today in this deep dive.
It's a fascinating one today.
It really is. So we're grounding our exploration in a pretty striking philosophical and spiritual text. It was written by Sufeng in 2012, translated by Tongson, and edited by Kair.
Yeah, and it carries a really heavy, thought-provoking title.
Right. It's called Persistent Motivation Comes from the Longing and Pursuit of a Wonderful Life.
Which is a mouthful, but it sets the stage perfectly.
It does. And, if you're someone who is currently dreading the Monday morning grind, this text offers a completely radical lens on why you feel so burned out and, how you might actually escape it.
Yeah, the mission of this deep dive is to explore how the author builds this entire philosophy.
Yeah.
Because he splits human existence into two violently opposing states.
Two totally different realms.
Exactly. On one side, you have the tragic, what he calls realm of necessity. And then on the other side, the ultimate realm of freedom.
And it's not just describing them, right?
No, the core mission of the text is to map out the exact psychological and spiritual mechanism you need to actually cross from the tragedy into the freedom.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because if we are just biological machines trying to keep our batteries charged, you have to ask, well, who or what designed the battery?
Right.
The text doesn't just blame bad luck for this. It points to something very specific. It introduces this concept of tathaiga, or nature, but it defines it as a designed program.
Yeah, and we need to clarify that tathaiga isn't just Mother Nature in the sense of, trees and birds and rivers.
It's much bigger than that.
Way bigger. In this framework, tathaiga is like the cold, hard source code of the universe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it is the unyielding set of parameters established at the very beginning of creation. And the brutal reality of this designed program is that every single life form, simply by being born, is immediately forced into this non-negotiable loop.
Non-negotiable is the perfect word for it.
The text literally states that you must run around in circles to survive for several decades.
Run around in circles, man, that just captures the exhaustion of being an adult so perfectly, doesn't it?
It really does.
And the author catalogs exactly what those circles are made of. It's just the relentless, mundane maintenance of human life.
Eating, clothing, shelter.
Transportation, and then, all the unavoidable biological milestones. Birth, aging, sickness, and death.
Because if you look closely at how you spend your day, a shocking percentage of it is just servicing the demands of that designed program.
Right, you have to sleep for 8 hours.
Just to repair the physical vessel. And then you work for 8 hours to afford the shelter that houses the vessel and the food that fuels it.
It's endless.
It is. The text frames this inescapable survival loop as a reluctant choice. I mean, you didn't ask to need hydration every few hours, right?
Yeah, no, definitely not.
You didn't ask to be susceptible to cold or heat. But because you are trapped in the realm of necessity.
The best way I can visualize this realm of necessity is by looking at video games.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Imagine being dropped into a massive survival game, but the catch is there's no main quest.
Oh, man.
Yeah. There is no overarching storyline. There's no final boss, no ultimate victory condition. You are just forced to constantly scavenge to replenish your hunger bar, your health bar, and your energy bar.
So you're just grinding?
Just grinding. You're chopping wood to build a fire so you can cook a fish so you don't freeze or starve, purely so you can wake up the next morning and chop more wood.
Forever.
Forever.
And that highlights the exact reason the author classifies this state as a fundamental tragedy. The text explicitly calls this a tragic life.
Which feels a little harsh, but I get it.
Well, the author isn't just complaining about having to pay rent or wash dishes. The tragedy he's pointing to is the profound lack of autonomy.
Because the hunger bar dictates your schedule.
Precisely. Your existence is entirely subjugated by the physical demands of your biology. The realm of necessity means you act because you must.
You have to.
Yeah, and the text warns that if you cannot escape this realm, you are doomed to a perpetual cycle of trouble, pain, worry, anxiety, and fear.
Just a constant loop.
You will just rise and fall, bloom and fade like a flower over and over until you reincarnate and start the whole grueling process from scratch.
Okay, so this is where I have to step in and hit the brakes.
Sure.
Because blooming and fading, chopping wood just to chop wood, it's a very bleak view of the human experience.
It is definitely heavy.
Because sure, surviving is a loop, but what about all the incredible things we do while we are surviving?
Right, human achievements.
Exactly. I'm thinking about human achievement, like what happens to the art we create, the families we raise, the diseases we cure. Do those things just not matter at all in this designed program?
So the text takes a highly provocative, totally uncompromising stance on this exact point.
Which is?
It argues that absolutely everything we pursue and own in the human world will eventually melt into emptiness.
Melt into emptiness.
Yeah. The author describes all worldly achievements as bursting like bubbles.
Bursting like bubbles. See,
Yeah.
I have a really hard time accepting that.
A lot of people would.
Are we really supposed to believe that, I don't know, painting the Sistine Chapel or falling deeply in love or dedicating your entire life to raising a child is totally futile just because it doesn't last for eternity?
I hear you.
It just feels incredibly dismissive to me. It feels like it ignores the entire beauty of the human experience.
It is a harsh pill to swallow. And, your friction with it is the totally natural reaction to this level of ascetic philosophy.
Right.
But let's look at the specific standard of measurement the author is using here. What's fascinating here is that the text challenges the reader to evaluate what is truly, and this is a direct concept from the work, worthy of being strived for by consuming the energy of life.
The energy of life, like a spiritual currency.
Yes, exactly. Think of your life energy as a finite, irrecoverable battery.
Okay.
The text isn't declaring that love, art, or human connection are inherently evil or ugly. It's not saying that.
Oh, so it's not anti-human.
No, it is warning you against a fatal miscalculation. It warns against mistaking the passing clouds for the ultimate destination.
Oh, passing clouds. That's a good visual.
Right. If you pour all of your finite cosmic currency into accumulating wealth or status, or even a legacy that belongs entirely to the physical human world, you are pouring your life force into a bubble that is mathematically guaranteed to pop.
Because everything dies.
Because, as the text states, everything disappears into silence when we die.
Okay, I think I see the distinction now. It's not that a beautiful cloud isn't beautiful to look at. It's that if you try to build a house on it, you're going to fall right through.
That's a great way to put it.
So it's really a massive issue of resource allocation.
Exactly. And because of this inevitable expiration date on all earthly things, the text poses a very stark ultimatum to the reader.
Let's hear it.
Option A is to simply swim with the tide.
So option A is just giving up.
Well, it's deeper than just giving up. It is a complete surrender to nihilism.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if you choose to swim with the tide, the text says you should just stop caring entirely about truth versus falsehood, beauty versus ugliness, kindness versus cruelty.
Just abandon all values.
Pretty much. You should stop worrying about what is yours versus what is mine. If you truly believe the human world is all there is, and it all just disappears into silence anyway, then none of those distinctions actually matter in the end.
Man, that sounds like a miserable way to live.
It is. Which brings us to option B.
Thank goodness. Let's talk about option B.
Option B is the crux of the entire philosophy. Instead of swimming with a tide of passing clouds, you must move firmly, intentionally, toward a realm of freedom.
The realm of freedom.
A realm that exceeds this human world, stepping entirely outside of our current biological definitions of space and time.
Okay, but if the human world, like everything we can touch and see and build, is just an illusion of passing clouds, where exactly is the compass pointing?
Right, what's the actual destination?
Yeah. What does a realm outside of space and time actually look like?
So the author is very clear about what the destination is not. The human world can never be the realm of freedom because our physical bodies constantly push us to run for survival.
Because the hunger bar always empties.
Exactly. True freedom, according to this framework, exists only in heaven. And it points to a very specific ultimate destination. It's called the Celestial Islands continent of the Elysium world.
The Celestial Islands continent of the Elysium world.
That's the one.
The picture the text paints of this place is incredibly vivid. It describes a state of absolute zero.
Zero in a good way.
Right, like zero death, zero pain, zero sorrow, zero worry, no fighting, no deprivation.
It systematically strips away every single negative consequence generated by the realm of necessity.
And it replaces all of that with eternal joy. Sunny, beautiful springs, eternally green mountains, clear rivers.
It sounds perfect.
It does, but the detail that really stuck with me wasn't just the scenery, it's the fact that in this Elysium world, you have the absolute freedom to do whatever you want to do forever.
Which fundamentally alters the nature of existence.
Going back to the video game analogy from earlier, it's like shifting from survival mode to creative mode in Minecraft.
Oh, that's perfect.
Right. In survival mode, which is the realm of necessity, you take damage. You have to hunt for food. You have to hide from monsters at night. Your tools break. Everything is a chore dictated by the system.
You're forced to do it.
But when you switch to creative mode, the Elysium world, you can't be hurt. Hunger literally doesn't exist. You can fly. You have unlimited resources. Your only limitation is your own volition.
The survival tax is permanently abolished.
Yes, the survival tax is gone.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the Minecraft analogy perfectly captures the mechanism the text is describing. The transition from the realm of necessity to the realm of freedom is the transition from biological obligation to pure, unadulterated autonomy.
Must versus want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the realm of necessity, you act because you must. In the Celestial Islands continent, you act purely because you want to.
I mean, I think anyone listening right now would immediately choose creative mode.
Obviously.
Eternal springs, zero anxiety, unlimited autonomy. I mean, sign me up.
Who wouldn't want that?
But the text itself acknowledges that the road leading to this paradise is, it uses the word tortuous. It's not a VIP pass you just get handed at the door.
No, it is not easy.
So how does a person actually generate the energy to cross over? Like, how do you escape the biological treadmill when your physical body is still screaming at you to pay attention to it?
Well, we finally arrive at the title of the piece, which holds the actual engine of this entire philosophy.
The persistent motivation.
Yes. The text reveals that the ultimate pathway, the only road leading to the realm of freedom, is the longing and pursuit of a wonderful life.
Wait, really? The longing itself is the engine.
The author isn't just saying wishing makes it so. It's not just daydreaming. In this framework, longing acts as a literal, mechanical reallocation of your spiritual energy.
Oh, I see.
This specific longing for the Elysian world is the ultimate source of persistent motivation. To escape the rises and falls, to break that brutal cycle of reincarnations, one must target this eternal direction firmly and walk toward it without wavering.
That is a wild reframe.
It changes everything.
It really does. So feeling deeply dissatisfied with the daily grind isn't necessarily a symptom of depression or failure.
Not at all.
According to this text, that profound dissatisfaction, that yearning for something more, is the actual vehicle for your salvation.
Every time you choose to focus your mental and spiritual energy on the Elysian world, rather than panicking over the passing clouds of worldly success, you are literally starving the realm of necessity of your life force.
You're taking your currency back.
Yes, you are depositing that energy into your freedom. But I should mention, the text also issues a severe warning about a specific danger on this road.
Yes, the danger of getting delayed. The text uses this incredibly poetic, yet totally devastating phrase. It warns against feeling powerless and sighing before the sea.
Sighing before the sea. It's a haunting image, isn't it?
It really is.
Imagine you have made the journey to the edge of the human world. You understand the realm of necessity is a trap. You look out at the vastness of the ocean you must cross to reach the Celestial Islands, and the sheer, overwhelming scale of it just paralyzes you.
You just exhale.
You stand on the beach, look at the waves, and you just give up. You let the gravity of the design program pull you back in.
The text calls this sluggishness.
Sluggishness, yeah. It is spiritual inertia.
Which is terrifying, really.
The tragedy isn't just being trapped. The ultimate tragedy is realizing the truth, seeing the destination, but being too weighed down by sluggishness to take the next step.
Right.
If your pursuit and your longing reduce, or if they stop entirely, you stay in the exact same place. You miss the opportunity to actually enjoy that truly beautiful life.
So what does this all mean for us? So let's bring this right down to earth for the listener.
Let's do it.
Think about the stress you might be feeling right now. Maybe you're agonizing over a promotion at work, or stressing about paying rent, or you're just exhausted by the endless cycle of cooking and cleaning.
The daily grind.
How does someone balance this massive cosmic pursuit of the Elysium world with the very real, very heavy demands of their daily life? Because, I mean, I can't just stop paying rent because it's a passing cloud.
Right. The landlord doesn't accept spiritual currency.
Exactly.
That is the friction of applying spiritual frameworks to physical reality. And synthesizing the text's final message gives us the practical application here.
Okay, what's the secret?
The secret lies in the word persistent.
Persistent motivation.
Yes. The text argues that as long as your longing for that wonderful life is continuous, you will inherently generate the motivation needed to overcome all present difficulties.
Okay, so the chores don't vanish.
No, the daily chores, the rent, the groceries, the commute, they do not magically disappear. The physical demands of the design program remain, but your relationship to those demands changes fundamentally.
Because you aren't doing them just to survive anymore.
Exactly. By holding on to that ultimate eternal goal, you cease to be a victim of the program.
You're not just an NPC.
Right. You are no longer just an avatar blindly fulfilling biological needs in a meaningless closed loop. You transform into an active traveler.
An active traveler. I love that.
The chores are no longer the entire point of existence. They are simply the temporary maintenance required for the vehicle that is taking you toward your ultimate destination.
It totally recontextualizes the grind.
It does.
Like, you're not chopping wood just to chop wood tomorrow. You're chopping wood to keep the fire going so you can survive the night, purely so you can keep walking toward the Elysium world in the morning.
Precisely.
The longing acts as a compass, and as long as that compass is pointed true north, the terrain you are currently trudging through, no matter how miserable or tedious, becomes manageable because it has a purpose.
And even if you, the listener, view this text purely metaphorically, I mean, even if you don't literally believe in a physical celestial islands continent, this framework serves as an intense, unavoidable mirror.
It demands an audit.
It demands that you audit your life. Are the things you are spending the finite energy of life on truly moving you toward your own version of freedom?
Or are you just swimming with the tide of necessity, pouring your soul into bubbles that are definitely going to pop? That is a heavy audit to do on a commute, but a completely necessary one.
Absolutely.
So we started this deep dive, trapped in Tadaga, the designed program, forced to run the biological treadmill.
We covered a lot of ground today.
We really did. We debated the rather intense idea that everything we build here in the physical world is just a passing cloud. We looked at the ultimate alternative, aiming for the pure autonomy of creative mode in the Elysium world.
And we found the engine.
Right, we uncovered the engine,
Yeah.
using the persistent longing for that life to push through the sluggishness and refusing to just sigh before the sea.
It takes the very thing that exhausts us, our endless needs, and suggests that our awareness of something better is the key to escaping them.
Which leaves me with one final lingering thought to chew on before we go.
Let's hear it.
The text insists that our biological needs are a designed program forcing us to survive, a completely closed loop of necessity. But what if our human ability to long for something beyond survival is the ultimate glitch in that system?
Oh, I like that. A glitch.
Yeah, think about it. The very fact that you and I can sit here and imagine an Elysium world, that we can deeply crave a freedom that defies our own physical biology, suggests that we aren't entirely trapped by the programming.
That makes a lot of sense.
The longing itself is proof that there is something outside the loop.
Because if the system were perfectly closed, we wouldn't even know we were trapped.
Exactly.
The dissatisfaction is the evidence of the destination.
So tomorrow morning, when that alarm goes off and you have to drag yourself out of bed to face the realm of necessity, I want you to ask yourself, what does your personal celestial islands continent look like?
That's the real question.
And when you look back at the end of the day, did your actions move you one step closer to it? Or did you just run another lap on the treadmill?